9, 8, 7. We have a go for main engine start. 4, 3, 2, 1, and liftoff.
You're now tuned into the people's DJ, the one and only DJ Arlo.
Te amo, she says to me. I hear pain in her voice. And we danced underneath the candelabra. She takes the lead. That's when I saw it in her eyes. Over. And she said, te amo, but she put her hand around my waist. Told her no, she cried, te amo. Told her I'm not gonna run away. Let me go. I saw me to cry. I'll ask you why. I said, te amo. Somebody tell me what she said. Don't mean I love you. Think it means I love you. Don't mean I love you. Te amo. She's scared to breathe. I hold your hand and got no choice. Meet me out on the beach, danced in the water. I start to leave. She's begging me and asking why it's over. And she said, te amo. But she put her hand around my waist. Told her no, she cried, te amo. Told her I'm not gonna run away. Let me go. I saw them to cry. I'll ask you why. I said, te amo. Somebody tell me what she said. Don't mean I love you. Think it means I love you. Don't mean I love you. Listen, we can dance. But you gotta wash your hands. Watch me all night. I'm moving to the light because I understand that we all need love, and I'm not afraid. I feel the love, but I don't feel that way. And she said, te amo, but she put her hand around my waist. Told her no, she cried, te amo. Told her I'm not gonna run away. Let me go. I saw me to cry. I asked you why. I said, te amo. Somebody tell me what she said. Don't mean I love you. Think it means I love you. Don't mean I love you. Think it means I love you. Love you. Te amo, te amo. Don't mean I love.
You're now tuned into the people's DJ, the one and only DJ Arlo.
What is up? What is up? What is up, SFL Nation? Welcome back to SFL Nights with AJ Striker. Thank you so much for joining me today or tonight or whatever you decide to hit that play button or turn on that radio dial. Really appreciate it, y'all. And I just want to say thank you so much, everybody, for tuning in to the show. I'm seeing as soon as the song starts, people are just, chiming in on the stream. So welcome. I'm glad to see you guys. Doing good, Cornelius. It's great to see you, man. I typically don't stream on Twitch, so this is going to be very interesting to see how streaming on Twitch, YouTube, and Twitter is going to fare. So, but thank you all so much for joining me this evening. I do have a special show planned tonight. We have a lot of major changes that are happening within the league. Teams moving locations, teams taking a break, teams are just straight up leaving, so I kind of wanted to bring some of these individuals on to kind of talk about the reasonings behind the decisions that they're making. And although I could not get everybody represented, that are part of these changes, I am so happy for the ones that did decide to be able to make time for me. So I really appreciate it, y'all. Okay. So special shout outs first go out to everybody in the stream. First person, Jeff Banfield, wide receiver. What is up? Thank you so much for joining us. Takeda Yuri, Tulsa's kicker. What's up, man? It's always good seeing you. Always good seeing you. Bone Frossel with Nick Frossel. Good to see you as well. I already said hey to you, Cornelius. Justin Reside joining us as well. Thank you so much for being here, Justin, as always. Grant Hardaway, another diehard member of the show. Pretty much at everyone's show, supporting everybody. So shout out to you for making the time out to do that, man. Ernest McCrae, what's going on? Always good seeing you. And I can't wait to see you again at the convention, hopefully. That's where we actually met for the first time last convention. So glad to see you. Oh man, Ethan Flowers, rookie Ethan Flowers is supposed to be on tonight, but unfortunately is under the weather. So I hope that you feel better soon so I can have you on to kind of get your name out there, get your story out there. All right. So feel better for me. Drink some honey lemon tea. And if you're feeling better, just DM me and I'll let you on. Okay. Cornelius, thank you so much, man. Just doing your thing. Just wanted to say hi. I appreciate you. Nikki Valello, what's going on, Nikki? Now listen, Nikki. I know that Arizona lost to Minnesota, which was heart-wrenching for me particularly, because now I have to serve you some pickle pie at the convention. I don't like losing, for one. Then I don't like losing bets, which is typically why I don't bet. So I'm not looking forward to that. And I don't know if you should be looking forward to eating the pickle pie, man. We got to find out how we're even going to buy it. Who's going to even bake it, So... Oh man. And shout outs to Ethan to feel better soon. All right, so let's get started because my guests have been waiting so patiently. And I really appreciate it. All right, so SFL Top Stories includes game day reviews as usual. So since the regular season is over with, I have been stating who I think was going to be right and who I think was going to be wrong, my pick'ems, if you will, for the entire season. And along with week 13, I had 6 right and 5 wrong. That was a really interesting week. A lot of people set out to prove me wrong that week. So kudos to that. But week 14, I had 7 right and 4 wrong. And I'll be happy if anybody wants to see this. Now, I can go line by line and show you my entries, or you can just watch the shows, and you can see it yourself. Of my picks, so I'm not cheating. But to end the regular season, I have 94 right and 51 wrong. So not too shabby. I'm not sure what the percentage is, and I'm sure my mathematicians in the back will probably come up with that for me. But and including the playoff scenarios that are going on right now, I'm 2-0. So, and just for reference, let me go ahead and put this up too. I see y'all in the chat. Hold on one second. Find it so y'all can see my original picks and then what actually happened. Okay, so these are my original selections for the playoffs. We had the Alamo City Artillery taking on the Fort Worth Toros, the Tulsa Desperados battling the Vancouver Legion, the Atlanta Swarm taking on the Houston Headhunters, which will be tonight as well. The Seattle Nemesis taking on the Baltimore Vultures tonight as well. So I chose all home games to win. And I know that's going to piss one of my guests off. And listen, man, I'm sorry. Like, again, it's a 50-50 chance every time. But 96 right, though. I'm just saying, though. We going to see. We're going to see. So the updated charts included Alamo City's Artillery's score and versus Fort Worth score and Tulsa Desperado. So let me go over that really quickly. Pull up my notes big enough for me to see because your girl needs glasses. Okay, so many interceptions. I don't know. I need a prescription inside my visor so that I can see. Anyway, Alamo City Artillery took on the Fort Worth Toros. And man, Fort Worth won in a big way, 30-17. The score was not indicative of the game, in my opinion, however. Missed opportunities to score from ACA and the balance that Fort Worth Toro showed offensively, I think, was the reason for Fort Worth moving on to take on DC next week. ACA scored no points in the first quarter, 3 points in the second, and 7 points in the third quarter, third and fourth quarters. They had 248 yards passing, 54 yards rushing, 302 yards total. They did convert third down 8 times out of the 10 times that they attempted. They held the ball for 19 minutes and 58 seconds with only one mistake. However, clean game from Fort Worth Toros. I mean, they scored 13 points in the first, 7 points in the second, no points in the third, but 10 points to make up for it in the fourth quarter. 175 yards passing, but 113 yards rushing, 288 yards total. They converted third down 6 out of the 9 times that they attempted. Time of possession was 20 minutes, 2 seconds. And again, clean game, no mistakes. Fort Worth was able to score 7 points off that interception from Ace. And overall, it just seemed that the better team matchups and the more balanced your offense is, the probability of you actually winning these games are a lot higher. And that is what I'm finding out just talking to different coaches and watching the gameplay itself and how everything seems to be matching up. Tulsa Desperados took on Vancouver, and Vancouver won 38-14. Vancouver just capitalized off the interceptions from Tulsa. Tulsa scored no points in the first quarter, 7 points in the second, no points in the third, but 7 in the fourth. They had 296 yards passing, but only 80 yards rushing. So they was able, Vancouver did a good job of shutting Gabriel down. 376 yards total. They converted third down 10 times out of the 13 that they had attempted, though. But Vancouver had no points in the first quarter, but scored 14 in the second, 10 in the third, and 14 in the fourth quarters. 218 yards passing, 197 yards rushing, 415 yards total. They converted third down 10 times out of the 12 times that they tried. So, you know, like I'm saying, it's about having, of course, low turnovers. Nobody wants to throw an interception, right? But if your secondary is lights out, like a lot of these teams are, that even are remaining undefeated right now, you have to figure things out, you know, and it's going to take more than just 2 seasons, that I'm realizing, for you to be able to do it and do it effectively. For some people, it wasn't. Perhaps, you know, they had help. Perhaps, you know, they took they already had a knowledge of the game prior, and now they're taking that knowledge and kind of implementing it. Whatever the case may be, I know that it's going to be a learning process for a lot of people. So hopefully your team will have the patience enough to be able to stick around and hold out for you. But segueing into that, remember when I told you, well, first, before I go into that, I'm so excited about that news. But tonight we do have games, playoff games, 6:30 p.m. Eastern on YouTube, on Simulation Football League's YouTube page. Atlanta Swarm will be taking on the Houston Headhunters, the East versus the South. It's going to be a great game to watch. As you know, I chose the home team, so I'm saying Houston is going to win this one. Also, Seattle, the Nemesis, will be taking on Baltimore. And man, I'm sorry, man. I know you in the back. I know you like staring daggers at me right now, but Baltimore's at home. So I got to go with Baltimore on this. But like I said, if you guys don't like what I say, prove me wrong on the field, and I will be more than happy to grab some hot sauce to eat with that crow. Okay. What's coming down for the pipeline of the SFL? ACA is going under new ownership. So the Alamo City Artillery will be headed up by new ownership. I am actually hoping to get an interview with them very soon. Seattle Nemesis will be going to Chicago. I'm like, what is happening? I'm going to have to ask you about that. You know who I'm talking to. Tulsa Desperados, I have you right here. You're going to be moving to Lexington, Kentucky. I'm going to talk to y'all about that too. Okay. San Diego Mavericks is taking a break. I got y'all over here in the background. Y'all going to take a break and stuff. Like, what is happening? You know, I need to know. Is it because y'all on my bed that y'all taking a break? What's going on? Jacksonville, the Jacksonville Kings, the Portland Fleet are folding. So that means that Pittsburgh River Hogs, the Albuquerque Adams, and the Nashville Tempo are moving up to the majors to assume those those roles for those teams that are folding and that are taking a break. But to me, and maybe this has been disclosed and I just haven't read it yet on the Simulation Football League's website. But I want to know what all of these changes that are being made this offseason, especially with the possible adjustments to the attributes so that certain attributes are a little bit more attainable versus taking you years to be able to get that one. How would these changes, taking the SFLM teams from the SFLM and moving them up to the majors, how would that look for the rookies, the plan for the rookies this season? Will new SFLM teams form? Will we just take what we have and then divide the rookies between those two teams and just try to make everyone get playing time? Like, those are the questions that I'm really hoping to get answers to in the future. And hopefully I can have them by next week, so I'll be able to share them with you. I'm going to hit the chat before I get to my song, because honestly, I don't know how I have no idea how this is all going to work out. I'm really hoping to get an interview with Cam, so the commissioner of the SFL, so that I can ask him some of these questions as well. But before I start with my song, I see some people in the chat. Mickey Malello. Pickle pie. Yeah, you're going to be eating it. I hope you enjoy it. I already told you what was in it. That's you. I don't think everyone wanted to listen to me coughing and sneezing every 2 seconds. That's Ethan Flowers. He was going to be on. Probably not, but then, we do have mic muting capabilities too. So Nick wants to know, is Eddie mad that I got to pick 6? I mean, the thing is, next time I talk to him, I'll ask. I highly doubt it. He should be concentrating on getting his own, but things happen. And then Justin Reside. I mean, it's better than Brett Killian on his predictions. See, now I'm not. Jay Bomber joining us. Now, Jay Bomber is one of the individuals that does not like Texas teams, and he's told me why. Hopefully I have him on the show so he can share it with you guys. But it's going to be interesting because our convention is going to be in League City, Texas. So you're going to be in the state, man. So it's going to be interesting to see how you react to all of that Texas that's around you. And then that is it for the chats as of right now. So I'm going to go ahead and hit you with a tune and then come right back with a doozy. Since I'm trying to go through things a little bit fast, I only have one state that we're going to be visiting for weird state laws and food combinations. And that's going to be the great state of Oregon. I'm going to show you some of the delectable entrees that you could be snacking on while you're in Oregon, maybe just passing through on your way somewhere. Or if you just want to take a trip to try some of these delicacies. I would love to know your feedback if you've had this before, okay? So let me go ahead and get y'all set up, and I will see you soon.
I know that you tell me what you want after this love. You know I get nasty. Move right in my house and call a taxi. I'm picky with my women, I'm deciding. Call me to your crib and I'm sliding. I'm picky with my women, I'm deciding. Call me to your crib and I'm sliding. First things first, let me get that introduction. We on the long road to sell. You was so in love, you weren't gonna tell me nothing. Let me get this clear, cause I had no idea. I feel like I did too much. I feel like I did too much. Let's get all y'all. Yeah, I need all y'all. I feel like I did too much. I feel like I did too much. Yeah, let's party y'all. Yeah, I need all y'all. I feel like I did too much. I feel like I did too much. Let's get all y'all. Yeah, I need all y'all. I feel like I did too much. I feel like I did too much. Yeah, let's party on. Yeah, I need all y'all. Since you've been gone, I've been just okay. I know you mad, you didn't see it my way. Since I've been gone, I've been out of space. I let little shawty come here and take your place. Couldn't keep my love, you too excited. You want a paper plate, I'm the right. Wonder why your girl always smiling. Yeah.
All right. And we are back with Weird Food Combos and Laws by State. Tonight's state is Oregon. Now, I know that you saw me flash some of those delectable entrees across the screen, and I'll be more than willing to tell you exactly what they are. But first, just in case you're in Oregon, I want to let you know some weird laws that you can still get in trouble for. And I'm still trying to figure out who broke these laws in order for them to make them. For instance, and I remember actually this in another state too, that Oregon requires children to ride inside of moving cars and vehicles. Because where else would they be riding? I mean, I don't understand why this even had to be a thing, but okay. Do not put minors on the hood, the fender, running board, or truck bed. Okay, I get the truck bed thing. Breaking this law is a Class B traffic violation. Kids plus seatbelts equals yes. Car plus hood equals no. I mean, I feel like you shouldn't really have to do that, but okay. I feel like that shouldn't have to be said. Another thing, several cities throughout Oregon are highly concerned with pianos. Owners of electric pianos, phonographs, loudspeakers, and other amps can be arrested if the instruments disrupt local peace. Now, so if I'm out there on my electric piano and I'm just jamming out and my neighbor just don't like what I'm jamming to or what they're hearing, they could technically call the cops, and I'm getting ready to get arrested for disturbing the peace. That's crazy. I guess you better put out some people like then. Can the trash talk as well. This could be a misdemeanor for you. Cursing aloud or using otherwise inappropriate or abusive language in public is illegal. Don't do it. Also, another thing that's a misdemeanor, spitting in public is also outlawed. Last thing, just in case, you know how couples want to go to a nice bridge and like stand there and hold each other, look across the water, and just enjoy each other's company? Not in Oregon. You're not going to do that. Standing bridge only. So sitting, standing, or even just leaning on a bridge that runs across the Willamette River is a no-no. Unless you are a maintenance worker or a government issue with a government issued permit, Oregon authorities can arrest you. Dang, man. So if you're just trying to capture that moment with your sweetheart, you might just get arrested. I mean, like y'all Bonnie and Clyde in that thing, I guess. On to those delectable entrees that I flashed across the screen. I think I'm going to take it easy on y'all first, okay? Oregon is known for voodoo donuts. Now, looks absolutely delicious, and this is just a plethora of donuts that they actually serve at one of their local restaurants called Voodoo Donut. And when I was in Georgia, they were actually opening one not too far from where I lived. And if I would have still been there, I probably would have definitely went to try it out. But I probably would have gained about a good 50 pounds too. Look at them. Looks delicious, right? I mean, let me see how y'all feeling about this though, because this is another delicacy for Oregon. Fur coat herring. I know y'all are so excited, but fur coat herring or dressed herring is a layered salad composed of diced herring fish covered with layers of grated boiled eggs, vegetables like potatoes, carrots, and beetroot, chopped onions, and mayonnaise. Some variations of this dish does include fresh grated apple on the top just to give it that little sweetness, while some do not. Final layer is grated boiled beetroots with mayonnaise to give it that rich purple hue. Now, I just want to know which one of my guests specifically, and even which one of you that are out there looking at this, which one of y'all trying this? I mean, I'm not, but what I want to know is who would love to try some of this delicious fish or another item from the sea that Oregon tends to go to for. I'm sorry, I'm looking at some of the faces backstage, and it's hilarious. But these are gooseneck barnacles, everybody, and they're eaten soon after they're harvested, as they degrade quickly after being sourced, and freezing them usually damages their meat. The only edible part of this barnacle found under the sea is the meat located in the muscular stalk or the foot of the barnacle, also known as peduncle. Their taste has been described as similar to sweet razor clam, a mussel, or a cross between oysters and lobster with fresh seawater. Commonly known as a shellfish, texturally, it's also described as crunchy. Now, I don't know, bro, see, I've never eaten a clam or a mussel that was crunchy on first bite. However, the flesh does become tender and dissolves in your mouth as you chew. They've also been described as having the texture of clams and oysters. But again, I've never had an oyster or a clam that was going to be crunchy unless it was like a fried clam, like a crispy fried clam or something like that. Yeah, y'all can have that one too. But what I want to know from my guests in the back, especially as I bring you up, we're going to actually tackle this question. And I want to know which one y'all trying. And don't say the donuts because that is a cop-out. So it's either going to be these barnacles or this fur coat herring. I'm going to hit you with the tunes and get ready to bring up my guests. They have been so patiently waiting in the back, and I really appreciate it, y'all. It's going to be interesting. So y'all stay tuned.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. How's everybody doing tonight? I'd like to welcome to the stage the lyrically acclaimed. I like this young man because when he came out with the phrase, he went from ashy to classic. I like that. All right. So everybody in the house, give a warm round of applause for the notorious B.I.G. The notorious B.I.G., ladies and gentlemen. Give it up for him, y'all. Never been as broke as me. I like that. When I was young, I had 2 pair of leaves. Besides that, the pinstripes and the gray. The one I wore on Mondays and Wednesdays. While flirt, I'm sewing tigers on my shirt and alligators. You want to see the inside? I see you later. Here come the drama. Oh, that's the with the fake. Wow. Why you punch me in my face? Stay in your place. Play your position. Here come my intuition. Go in this pocket. Rob them while his friends watching. Clock it. Here comes respect. His crew's your crew, or they might be next. Look at they man, big man, they never try, so we roll with them, stole with them, I mean loyalty. Put me milks at lunch, the milks with chocolate, the cookies, butter crunch, 88, Oshkosh and blue and white duck, ask Sly. Sky is the limit and you know that you keep on, just keep on pressing on. Sky is the limit and you know that you can keep on what you want, keep pressing what you want. Sky is the limit and you know that you keep on, just keep pressing on. Sky is the limit and you know that you can have what you want, be what you want, have what you want, be what you want. I was ashamed, my crew was lame. I had enough heart for most of them, long as I got stuff for most of them soft. Even when I was wrong, I got my point across. They depicted me the boss. Of course, my orange box cutter make the world go round. Plus some ain't my homegirls now. Start stacking, dabbled in packing, nickname Medina, make Cena's took my Nina. From gym class to in-glass, passed off for global. The only with a mobile, can't you see like total? Getting larger and wasting taste. Ain't no telling where this felon is heading. just in case. Keep a shell at the tip of your melon, clear the space. Your brain was a terrible thing to waste. 88 on gates, snatch initial nameplate, smoke it with real life. Begin to kill us, praying God forgive us for being sinners. Help us out.
Sky is the limit, and you know that you keep on, just keep on pressing on. Sky is the limit, and you know that you can have what you want, keep pressing what you want. Sky is the limit, and you know that you keep on, just keep on pressing on. Sky is the limit, and you know that you can have what you want, be what you want, have what you want, be what you want.
After realizing to master enterprise and I ain't have to be in school by 10, I then began to encounter with my counterparts on how to burn the block apart. Break it down into sections. By these selections, some use pipes, others use injections. Syringe sold separately. Frank the deputy, quick to grab my Smith and like my was missing. To protect my position, my corner, my layer. While we out here, say the hustler's prayer. If the game shakes me or breaks me, I hope it makes me a better man. Take a better stand, put money in my mom's hand. Get my daughter this college plan, so she don't need no man. Stay far from timid, only make moves when your heart's in it. And live the phrase, sky's the limit. See you chumps on top. Yeah.
Sky is the limit, and you know that you keep on, just keep on pressing on. Sky is the limit, and you know that you can have what you want, be what you want. Sky is the limit, and you know that you keep on, just keep on pressing on. Sky is the limit, and you know that you can have what you want, be what you want. If you will keep on pressing on. Sky is the limit, and you know that you keep on, just keep on pressing on. Sky is the limit, and you know that you can have what you want, be what you want.
That song, I felt, matched this moment perfectly. Because sometimes you come into a situation with different intentions, right? You want to just be a player, right? Then something happens and then you're given the opportunity to become more than that. Then you see your dream as becoming a SFL owner and you wanted to be a majority or a major league owner, and all of a sudden that happens for you. Or you have the chance to finally get out of the shadow of another team and create your own destiny. These are some of the major changes that have been happening in the league. And I have some great representation of these individual changes that are occurring. And I'm going to introduce everybody together. And I do see some of my guests just joining me. Thank you so much for popping in. I really appreciate you making time for me. Feel free during this time to ask some questions in the chat to these individuals if you like. And when I see them, I will address them. Feel free to ask each other questions, guys, when I bring you up, because this is kind of like an exploratory moment, you know. There are some major changes that you might need help with, you might need advice. And I think this group of people that are bringing up are very good at helping. So I want to start off with new change that I alluded to earlier that was coming. I'm trying to figure out, this man is taking his team from Seattle to Chicago. And he is Mr. Paulie Truth, y'all. How you doing, man?
I'm doing good, Ashley. Appreciate you having me on, and bunch of crazy things happening right now, and I'm excited to shed some light on some things and just hang out with you and the rest of these new upcoming owners, and excited to be here.
Awesome, man. We definitely gonna talk about it. I'm really excited about that too. You know, one of my favorite teams is the Chicago Bears. I mean, maybe not for the past couple of seasons because they've been struggling, man. Like,
appreciate you. Just
yeah.
saying, appreciate you for old Justy. Appreciate it. 7-3.
I hate it, man. I hate it. And we go, oh, I'm gonna get you for that. I can't with you. Another owner that is found his way from SFLM to the majors is Mr. Danny Carmichael. He is the owner for the Nashville Tempo that just got called up, and he has actually been on my show before, but I wanted to get his take on these playoff matchups. I'm actually going to be asking all of my guests about these playoffs because it's been awesome to watch. But how you doing, Danny? Welcome back.
Good. Thanks for having me on the show. I'm not gonna lie, I didn't know it was possible to have nightmares about food, but after seeing Oregon, I think it's gonna happen tonight. So
I'm sorry. I'm so sorry, man. Listen, I dreamed about it last night too, and that's why I came to the conclusion that that's not going to be something that Ashley will be dining upon. But hey, maybe you might. You know, they say it tastes like clams and mussels and oysters. Yeah, no, no?
absolutely
Okay.
not.
Maybe my next two guests will be brave enough to try it. You know, also taking my team, my beginning team, the Tulsa Desperados, is where I got started. That's where Ashley became the quarterback that she is. And they're absorbing into Lexington Miners. I have Mr. Marco Swift and Mr. Jaden Swift here with me this evening as well. Gentlemen, what's going on?
How you doing? Hey Ashley, how you doing?
I'm good, but I'm confused. But I'm good.
I know you're making me feel bad here.
Oh, okay. Don't feel bad, but like I got the flag, so I guess you know this is gonna be a memento.
Nah.
But it's all good. Thank you for making time for me, and we're going to explore why that was the best decision. I'm not here to make you feel guilty about it. You know what I'm saying?
No,
So.
no, you're good. You're good.
And last but not least, good friend of mine. Well, all of these individuals that you see before me are good friends of mine. But this good friend of mine is celebrating his birthday, his 19th birthday today. And he also has a game to play tonight, which should be very interesting to see how he fares, especially since I selected his team to win. Mr. Damon Simeons, owner of the Houston Headhunters. You can come up. Hey, man, what's going on? Happy birthday.
I think I can hear you. Hold on for a second. Let's see if I can.
Uh-oh. Okay. I hear you now. Well, he'll be right back. So, guys, I mean, and the comments are piling up. But first, I want to start off by first asking you before we get into all of these changes. In your personal lives, hold on, let me get him in here. How are you doing? Okay. Hey, Damon, I was just asking. Yeah, I can hear you.
All right.
Happy birthday.
Thank you. Thank you. I'm celebrating Big 4-4 today. So,
I told everybody he was 19.
dude, if I can go back to 19, I'll tell you, some folks wouldn't be here and a lot of things would change. So,
oh, shit. Well, you better don't get in trouble. Hey, but thank you for being here. I'm so glad that you were able to actually join me for your birthday. So we're going to make this fun and exciting for everybody here, okay?
cool beans, cool beans.
But my first question, because I wanted to know, because everybody here represents a different part of their team, mostly ownership, coaching, that part. And that part gets very stressful, very taxing, because you are responsible basically for the happiness of 27 other people. And things don't go right, they're not happy. So I just wanted to first gauge how you guys are doing overall, mentally and physically, especially with all of these changes that are occurring. And I'm gonna start with you first, Polly, on this.
Oh man,
you guys had a lot of changes this season.
Yeah,
specifically.
yeah, absolutely, absolutely. And yeah, I mean, coming in, this is my second season owning. I've learned a lot here the first 2 seasons, and this season especially, I've learned a lot more. And it's just been a wild ride. And Yeah, we're doing good. We're doing good now. Kind of feel like we're on the right path. So it was, like I said, roller coaster of emotions whole way through last off season and going even through this season. And again, season's not over. We still got a game to play tonight, and I'm sure we'll discuss that here in a little bit.
Indeed, we will. Indeed, we will. Danny, what about you? I mean, going from an SFLM team, you just got it. Now you're called up to the majors, man. That's a big shift. Big lot of responsibility.
Yeah, it's been fun being able to talk to everybody. I think I probably contacted over like 80 or so people and like players on joining us in Nashville, but it's really just it's fun to be able to interact with people I haven't been able to interact with really before.
Mhm.
Some people just aren't too active in Gen Chat. I mean, I myself, I'm not too big in Gen Chat at least, but it's been real fun to be able to get to know everybody. And then just honestly, just being able to get to know everybody who has been assigned to us at our SFLM team because we'll be with them through 2024. So looking
Mhm.
forward to being
Okay.
able to help them grow throughout the rest of this year. And yeah, just looking forward to season 9 of the SFLM. Looking forward to season 23.
Okay. So that kind of answered my question that I had earlier. So the teams that are a part of the SFLM, like Nashville, Albuquerque, Pittsburgh, you're going to be playing out this season for SFLM,
Mhm.
right? Okay.
Yes.
Good. So the rookies are not kind of like figuring out where they're going to be going. Okay. Cool. That was one of my main concerns, So I'm glad I have clarity to that. And like I said, that probably was posted somewhere, but I just haven't had a chance to find it yet. So thank you for clarifying that. Jaden, how you been, man? I mean, Tulsa, whoo,
Yeah,
owner, coach.
it's been kind of crazy. I didn't really ever think Tulsa would be going anywhere, but I think this change is something that will be good for us moving forward, and I'm pretty excited for it.
Yeah, good deal. Good deal. Marco, what about you? What do you want to add to that?
I mean, mainly I agree with Jaden on that. It's just pretty excited about it all. Cause the whole thing is like we always looked at it as what if Lexington was to get called up, and what would happen with me and Jaden. So we just kind of with the opportunity, like we had to sit down with Dion. We talked with him and kind of figured out what his future was and what he was wanting to do and everything, and then we just kind of went step by step from there. And that's where me and Jaden kind of came up with the idea of like, well, let's just merge it together. That way nobody's losing nobody. We're not doing the whole who's getting who, and but overall we're doing pretty well with the transition. Everybody's pretty excited about it. I agree with Jaden. I feel like it's a pretty good path we're going on.
Awesome, awesome, awesome. Damon, you are head coach and owner, and in the playoffs with a game tonight. How you feeling?
I'm feeling good. I'm feeling good, with everything mentally, physically. I have a little, difficulties at times with certain deals. For some odd reason, I don't know how I have two poor growing muscles. I haven't been doing anything active, but maybe it's from messing around with my cane corso dog. Maybe that's where I got it from. I don't know, uh, but no. Other than that, man, I'm doing pretty good. I feel pretty good about the game this evening that we have versus the Atlanta Swarm. Marco, there's always a place back in here in Houston for you. Just throwing it out there. Uh, but yeah, everything's cool, man. Everything's good.
I like it. I like it. Um, I do see some comments in the chat. And I'm gonna address you guys in a second. I want to get to my next question. With these games that you guys brought up, before I get into the reasons why some decisions were made, that are going to be made, I want to know your thoughts about these playoff games that are taking place. First, the matchup matchups between, I don't know if you guys got a chance to see it, but the matchups between Allen City Artillery and the Fort Worth Toros last night, and Tulsa Desperados and Vancouver Legion. Well, I know two of y'all saw, these matchups, but I want to know your thoughts and your opinions on these two particular games, like maybe like a brief synopsis of them, because I kind of gave my version of it at the beginning of the show, where I noticed that the more balanced these teams you are offensively, and the more matchups you win at the end of the day, you seem to be more successful. You seem to be. That's what it seems to be, But I want to know, like, let's start off with Jalen and Marco. You guys had your game last night against Vancouver. And I want to know from your perspective, what happened with that?
I think Jaden just dropped out on accident. He's back now, though, he said.
No, he dropped out on purpose.
Yeah. He wanted to avoid the question for that game.
He left you hanging.
No. I mean, overall, it was a good game. It was real strong. It was tough. It was real tough the whole first half there. I mean, but them injuries, I feel like them injuries played some key parts there with that running back going down. And it's like after that happened with James going down, it's like we just completely started avoiding the run game. We didn't touch it the rest of the game after that. And I feel like that had a lot to do with how we performed myself.
Okay.
Yeah, Andy just.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry. I was gonna say Andy just kind of had an answer for everything we threw at him pretty much last night, and the interceptions were another thing. Interceptions kind of slowly tore us down all game, starting right off the first drive. So, but I mean, it happens. One of the things we can only do so much. So,
trust me, I know that happens.
Yeah.
But hey, man, listen, you made it. You did better than a lot of teams that would typically be in the playoffs, including the Arizona Scorpions, to make it to this point. And you showed the drive and the gumption. And I even said, that Vancouver did capitalize off the interceptions. If that weren't the case, this game could have went a different way. So
yeah.
Just keep your head up, though. It's new day is dawning.
Oh yeah.
So, Paulie, you and Damon actually have games tonight, of course, playing different teams. Seattle Nemesis will be taking on the Baltimore Vultures. And again, Damon alluded to Houston taking on Atlanta Swarm. So, gentlemen, what do you think will be some of the key components that you'd have to pay attention to be the successors of this game? Because Paulie, I already said I said Baltimore was gonna win. I know you might be feeling some kind of way, but just prove me wrong. And then with Houston, Damon, I chose Houston to win. So how y'all gonna do that? Or what do you think you need to do? And I'll start with you first, Damon.
Thanks for selecting me first, Ashley. I didn't want that kind of pressure to go first. But no. In all honesty, when you're game planning from week to week, you basically have to stay true to yourself. Know your identity as a ball club and know what you're good at. So all week long, me personally, I was working on a certain playbook and I was feeling good about this playbook, but I was like, does this playbook really describe who we are, as a unit? And then but another thing you cannot do is you cannot second guess yourself. You really have to be aware and true to yourself as far as how you want to go into, the next game or so. So, and this is something that I taught Eddie when Eddie was my defensive coordinator years ago. I was like, Eddie, when it get down to that crunch time of submitting your playbook, we tend to overthink it, right? And be like, man, did I add the right things into the playbook? Is everything ready to go and stuff like that? You start to get this jiggerish, feeling inside or whatever, and feeling that I don't think I did, a pretty good deal this week. Trust your Sims. Your Sims is not going to inform you as far as what the true outcome of the game is. But when you're watching your sims, or even when you're in situational mode, however you look at what your playbook is doing, or is going to do, you know, stay believe what you're seeing. If you're seeing something good with certain plays or so forth, keep those plays in there. If you've seen plays that is not working for you, I'll spill the beans. For example, I noticed one sim we kept running key zone defensive play, and I noticed that, and this was in the nickel. And what I noticed is that when the outside backer would run out and cover the flats, it would leave a gap right where he ran from, and when that middle linebacker would shoot deep back in coverage. So I said, okay, well, I have to remove this play, right? Because I noticed that Atlanta was beating us in that particular area of the field, and they was getting, moving the ball methodically downfield. And I was like, okay, well, I'm going to remove key zone from every defensive formation that I have, because I don't want this to be a problem for me. So it's basically knowing what's in your playbook and being and believing what you're seeing in your sims.
Okay.
Yeah.
I like it. Paulie, what do you think that you guys have to do in Seattle to beat Baltimore tonight at home?
So as far as what all I think we need to do, again, we all know the result of what happened in week 2, and again, every loss to me is a lesson, which I try to turn that into a win. And we learned a few things, so we're gonna be ready tonight, 9 o'clock, and we just gotta again go off of what Damon said in regards to just staying true to our identity. We want to be a multi-dimensional offense. We don't want to just rely on one way to move the ball down the field, and defense again has to be high energy. They've been incredible to this whole way through this season, and I think the defense is really going to have to stand out and lock in tonight against Baltimore. Man, it's going to be a tough game, but I'm feeling good, and based once more off of what Damon said, just got to trust your sims and trust the game plan and stay true to yourself. And we're looking to shock the world tonight, Ashley.
Hey, I already said, y'all win this game. I will eat the crow with some hot sauce, man. I don't mind saying if I was wrong.
With
Apparently I
Oregon
was wrong
food.
51 times this season. So
Hot sauce with Oregon food.
Are you going to eat the crow, or are you going to eat the scorpion with hot sauce?
Well,
I'm gonna eat the
whatever
scorpion.
whatever that, I don't even know what that was. Oyster
Oh, we
tail
can
or
talk about
something you
it.
said.
Oh yeah, we're gonna talk
Golly.
about it because Damon, I don't think Damon had the privilege of seeing all that deliciousness that was on across the screen. So I'm gonna make
I
sure I
saw
get
it come across the screen. I was wondering what it was.
we'll talk about it. And Danny, what are your thoughts so far on the playoffs? From your perspective, because right now you're just kind of taking it all in, seeing what everyone's working with now.
Yeah, unfortunately, I'm watching from the couch, but
Me too, man. Me too.
but yeah, no, so I wasn't really able to catch much of either game. I think the one I saw the Alamo City drive where they went down and Kenny Hendricks scored a touchdown. That was cool to see because he played for us in season 8, and so I saw that. I saw a little bit more of that game, and then I was only able to catch a few minutes of the Tulsa Vancouver game. But I wanted to agree with what you said, Ashley, where I noticed like Vancouver had a lot of success and everything. They were very balanced. It looked like they could pass and run the ball a lot. I think they had like 180 or 190 rushing yards or something like that. Like they were very balanced. I feel like that's
Yes.
got to be the key moving forward. And so just don't be like too one-dimensional and stuff. And so but I will say Alamo City's they made it close there. I
That
think
was
oh, sorry, I was about to say I think my internet's messing up. I didn't catch what you had said. But yeah, so far 2 really good games, and then I'm very much looking forward to the ones tonight because these are 2 really good matchups. I can promise you I'll be tuned into those for sure. So
yeah. And what I was saying earlier was that Fort Worth and Vancouver won both their games. Fort Worth had 113 yards rushing, 170 yards passing. Um, Vancouver had 197 yards rushing and 218 yards passing, so almost 200. So the more balanced you are, it seems, on both sides, on with your running and your pass game, it seems to warrant the best results. Um, and whoever does that the best will wind up winning the game. So it's an interesting chess match. Switching over to this new game and watching all of the coaches try to get acclimated to this. Um, it's been a hell of a ride. But I want to get into the good stuff now. I want to know why some of the decisions have been made to do certain things. I'm going to start with Polly first on why take the Seattle Nemesis to Chicago? Why first? Why Chicago? Why not anywhere else? And why do you want to rebrand the team anyway?
So as far as the whys, there's a couple, but the main one, I'll answer one of the last questions you said first. As far as why Chicago, it kind of ties in with mainly Ty and John, with them being owners in the minor league, and as well as it being like a centralized location for all of us owners within this group. Um, Again, it's been a tough, great, exciting, fun, rough, everything and in between 4 seasons for us. And it mainly came up earlier into the off season last season where Doug and I were talking, and it just kind of, we were just shooting ideas out there. We were talking about Toronto, Tokyo, St. Louis. There's been numerous different options, and we've even brought it up and discussed everything with the team as far as ideas and just to hear their thoughts. And we've got a lot of great input over the last few months, and it just kind of all the way that it all worked out. You see all these other teams going away, all these minor leagues teams coming up, which leads me to think, um, again, everyone on the team love and appreciate everyone, but as far as our head coach, who say he's given an opportunity, him and our receiver to go up. Sure, we may lose people, but if we lose two key components to our team, how are we going to regroup from that? And I'm sure there would have been a path, but mainly they approached us and figured, with all the prior discussions and the way that we kind of see where the league's headed, kind of going off what we were wanting to do in a sense to begin with, why not move to Chicago, become the Warriors, and working on the whole rebrand right now. It's been fun, exciting, working on the new look. I know I've been in the lab with uniforms last few nights, I'd say, a bunch of hours time putting into that. So just trying to stay ready and grow what we kind of already have started and take everything we've learned into this new era. And we're really excited about being in Chicago and ready to bring a championship, if not numerous, back to the city of Chicago.
All right. All right. I was wondering if that actually tied into the Warriors and, to your to the partnership with oh my gosh, I cannot think of his name right now. And he lives literally about 20 minutes away from me. He is gonna kill me. And you just said his name.
You still can't. You still can't remember.
John. Hey man, it's been a long day. I've been up since 5:30 this morning.
Yeah, I hear that.
John Fulton.
It's been a long week. Been a long week, so I hear that.
So Jaden, Marco, why take the Tulsa Desperados and absorb them into the Lexington Miners? Why not take the Lexington Miners and absorb them into the Tulsa Desperados?
I mean, that just basically came down to, I guess we could have went either way, but I know Marco put a lot of work into getting Lexington going, and I know he was really excited whenever he first got like head coach there, and then he moved up to being the owner when Cam allowed that this last season and all that. So I know he's like he's invested a lot of time and finances into getting everything rebranded, getting the logos done, getting the stadium built, everything like that. So, and I mean, I've done the same thing with Tulsa since I've been here whenever I needed to, but I didn't want to make him give up just everything that he had just worked on and worked for to get Lexington to where it was at. And I mean, like you said earlier, we didn't want to split up, have to go our separate ways, and have to deal with like this. Okay, which players do you want to take? Which players am I keeping here? All that. So we just kind of we've been talking about it for about 3 weeks, a month now, maybe, and just kind of going over ideas and options and everything. And then when Dion came to me and told me he was probably stepping down after this season to focus on other things, I was like, well, here's our opportunity to, decide on what we want to do. And this is ultimately just the decision we came up with, was just merge together and relocate. We'll keep sponsor that we got and our players, and then we'll just put on the Lexington colors and branding and go out there and see what we can do.
Okay. All right. Sounds good. So, Danny, and I'm actually going to wind up asking all of you these questions, but I kind of want to start a different question with Danny and Damon, since they're already established with their teams. When it comes to the market that you're trying to cater to, the selection of where you decided that you wanted to go, why is that particular city or state you're representing, why is that particular market so important to you? Was it because you are from there? Was it because you maybe went to school there? You had some friends that you just want to pay homage to? Why did you select the market that you chose for your particular brand to be in? And I'll start with you first, Danny.
Yeah.
Why did you choose Nashville?
So I am from Tennessee. And so a little bit, probably closer to Knoxville than anything. But just in terms of Nashville, my family's been out there multiple times. Absolutely love the city. And then I was about to say I have family that are out there, and so we visit there, pretty frequently. And so, for example, like whenever Cam got in touch with us and said that we were awarded the Nashville team, I was in Nashville when he said that. So I thought that was really kind of cool how that all kind of tied together. But yeah, for me, it's no more than just love the city. I have family out there, so I'm out there. I feel pretty frequently, and then I just thought that just with how Nashville's known for being music city and everything, I thought the tempo in music and football meshed perfectly for a pretty cool team name and everything. And then so yeah, that's why the Nashville tempo came to be a thing.
Okay. What about you, Damon? Why is Houston a thing for you? Why is Houston the market for you?
The reason Houston is the market for me is because I grew up in Houston. This is my birthplace. But I also have ties to, areas like Louisiana and Orlando, Florida as well. As I spent a few years in my childhood in Orlando, Florida, spent some years in Louisiana as well. But Houston is home. This is where I'm from. Although I do not live in Houston, I live in Conroe, Texas, which is north of Houston, probably about 40 miles north of Houston or so. But yeah, that's home for me. So that's my birthplace. That's where, if anything I was going to own, it's going to be named after that, So, but I did, when I was developing the team or creating the team, so I thought about, Tampa Bay or something like that. I thought about several other markers or so, but it just didn't feel right. And then also, picking back off of myself, when I was speaking with Mike St. Green about him coming over, because he could have had his own team. I basically invited him over during the last expansion that happened. I told him, I said, hey, I know you pretty much are a lock, for getting your own team, but I would love for you to come over. And he said, man, I'm thankful for you asking me that. He said, because he was going to name his team after Memphis, and he said it just did not feel right in his heart. So That's the reason, for me, naming the team after Houston, and then me inviting Mike over, just basically felt, right for him to do, because he just did not feel right by naming his team after another city, due to the love that he has for the Houston market.
Respect that. I respect those
Mhm.
decisions. Um, so Jaden, Marco, why the Kentucky market for you guys?
Well, I mean, that's just I've had Lexington, like he was saying. I've had that for so long there. I went over there. I think it was in season 3, 4. I don't remember. I started in Albuquerque, season 2 as a player. But I mean, after that team dissolved for that season, I went over to Lexington, and at first I was kind of like, well, I'll try it out, see how it goes, and I was there for that season, and then just kept going, kept going, kept going. Then here we are, coming in season 9, and it's just Lexington's always been like a little home for me. I've been in Lexington longer than I've been in any pro team so far, like in my entire time with the SFL. So it's just that, and I didn't really see much of there wasn't any Kentucky, in the SFL. So I really like that. So I mean,
Okay. And Polly.
that I was gonna say that, and the whole legacy aspect of it. I just wanted to keep it classic because I had the opportunity to rebrand it, and I thought on that for a couple weeks, but just it didn't really sit right with me. I just wanted to keep it a legacy team, classic, how it was.
Okay, nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that. And I'll tell you my reason for asking this question when I get Paulie's response. Why Chicago? Besides, I know what you told me as far as how you wanted to tie in with John and all of that, but is there a direct reason, another reason why you chose that Chicago market?
At least for me personally, I was beaten to the punch as far as my team and my selection where I would go. And again, just wanted to stick with my friends that I've grown to love over here over the past few years and enjoy being around them, enjoy talking to them every day, going to war with them every week. It's just wanted to stick with everyone. And as far as Chicago, just all made the most sense to us. And like I said, I had stadiums and uniforms made up for. I had a Toronto Rush concept, St. Louis Archers, and Tokyo Nemesis. I had a few options and feel the best about going with Chicago with this rebrand we've been working on. I'm working on jerseys right now as we speak. It's just it all made the most sense, and we're ready to get to war, if you know what I'm saying.
All right. All right. I
Can I ask a
asked that
question?
question.
Absolutely.
So, Paulie, if you guys would have moved to Japan, would that would have put you guys in the future?
What's that? Put us in the future? It would
I
have.
said,
It
if
would.
you guys would have moved to Japan, would that would have put you guys in the future? You guys would have been ahead of everyone, right?
Correct. Yes. We try to be. Always stay prepared.
Yeah, well, I'm glad you didn't go to Tokyo because you already know that was one of my favorite teams. I've been trying to get Eddie to go there for a long time. He was probably
Hey,
going to do that.
listen, I'll tell you what, the stadium was looking great. It was
I bet it
looking great in
was.
Tokyo. It sure
I
was.
bet it was. Well, I do see some questions in the chat. I'm going to go through them and see while I ask you guys this question because I have two more besides what the chat may be asking you guys. Just as a note, if you do have to go, because I do know that you kind of everybody's kind of busy, so if you do have to go, I totally understand. Then we can continue on with who's left. But I want to ask you guys, why is your team the destination to go in the SFL for free agency and for these rookies that are looking for a team eventually? I am going to start with Jaden and Marco on this one. Why is Kentucky going to be the destination for teams both in free agency and rookies to go to?
I guess I'll start with that one. No, I feel like they're going to see that player retention and what we are. That I mean, Tulsa is what it was. It's still kind of there. It's like Jaden was saying. It's just different colors, different location, different branding. But I mean, overall, we're still us. We're still you know. But I feel like a lot of people are going to see that glue that we've always had, and they're going to want to help add to it. I mean, they're going to see that we have a family here, and we're going to want to like continue to build that. So,
Okay. Jaden, you want to add anything before I move on?
Yeah, I mean, I kind of agree with everything you said. Honestly, I think we've always been pretty good with player retention for sure since I've been there. Anyways, from season 14 on, like we had a couple seasons here and there where we had some people retire and stuff, but we never really had any like issues with anybody or any players that did dumb stuff or anything like that. So, I mean, I would hope that people see that and think that we got something going here. Like we got a good leadership group, got a good coaching staff. We're always here to help. We're always here for any of our guys. If they need anything, whether it be league related or real life related, you need to talk about something. You need to vent about anything. Like any of us are here to just kind of help you out, keep you going. So
Okay. Got it. Paulie.
What was the question again, Ashley?
Why is Chicago
Oh, why
going
the
to be the
destination? Oh, so
yeah.
as far as why is the destination? I mean, I don't know about anyone else in here, but I want to win, and I know everyone surrounded that I'm surrounded by. I know they want to win, and we live by this, man. We put in the time. We live and breathe this league. We are doing everything we can to bring a championship back home, and that's why I would want to. If I was a free agent, that's why I would want to come here. It's just the group of people that we have here. I know we're destined for big things. I feel confident in our ability, and it's only a matter of time before getting a ring for this finger. It's just a matter of time in my eyes.
Okay. So that excitement, that gumption and
That
that drive
energy,
so far. Okay.
absolutely.
Danny, why should anybody want to go to the Nashville Tempo? Give you guys a chance.
Yeah, so I think just the fact that they would be able to be with us from stage one of our uh our time in the SFL, just being able to help us grow, build your own legacy with Nashville and everything, I think is a really appealing concept to a lot of players. Um, Also, I have a lot of faith in the coaching staff that we'll have. At the moment, I'm just pulling it up from, if I'm not mistaken, I think this is fully updated, but that team stats on the SFL website, I believe it was like in terms of yards allowed, James Walters will be the head coach. DC is second in the league in yards allowed. I was a DC for San Diego. We were sixth in the league, and then of course like Jay was, like the assistant head coach for Arizona. And just from my understanding, that's not a position that's offered out very much. And so I feel like it speaks highly of how Jay is thought of and everything. And so there's just like the dedication we have to this man. Honestly, like Jay and I have already like we kind of know what the team is going to look like. And so we're somehow already kind of like pushing salary cap limits in terms of just like who we have committed and everything. So we still need like a one or two more, and so being able to try and make that work will be challenging, of course. But just in terms of like we kind of know what the team looks like, and so we've already been running sims. We've been trying to figure out where we could put our players that best fit their skill set. And so I really think that will lead to success on the field, and then of course just off the field, like in the locker room and stuff. I'd like to echo what I believe it was Jaden said. Like anytime any of our players need anything, I mean we're here for you. It's as simple as that. This is a hobby. I genuinely enjoy talking with everybody who is you know I've come into contact with throughout this process, whether they're coming to Nashville or not. But definitely want to make sure that everybody with Nashville knows that if you ever need anybody to talk to about life, but just hey, you need some. It doesn't even have to be like just life in general. Just you're bored, you want to reach out, have somebody to talk to. By all means, DM me. I'll respond as fast as humanly possible. And so I am I'm very confident that of course, we're an expansion team. We're building this thing through free agency. Like I've seen the history. I know expansion teams aren't like a I mean, top tier number one seed in playoffs and everything year one. I get that, but I really think that that we'll be competitive right out of the gate. I truly believe that.
All right. Love the energy. I'm liking the energy that everybody is putting out there. And before I move on to mine, I think it is important for you to be able to kind of sell yourself because people may be watching this and trying to look for that destination. There are a lot of free agents um, from the teams that are folding, from people just wanting a different place to go that are going to be possibly watching this. So it's important that you get your heart out there and let people know what they're working with so they know from jump. Just like when you have your interviews and you know what you're going to be working with on and off the field, they want the same. So I think that is the direction, one of the directions that the league is going to, caring about the players more than just using them as expendable pieces to say, okay, well, I'm done with you now. I can just go pick somebody up in free in the draft, easily for less money. You have to value people now. So I think that's important. That's important message to get across for any team nowadays. So Damon, why is Houston the choice? Why shouldn't anybody listen to Jay Bummer when they talk about how they hate how he hates Texas teams? Why should people go to Houston anyway?
Oh man, I mean, when I reach out to a particular free agent or even a rookie, the first thing I do is I greet the individual, right? Whether it's morning, afternoon, or evening, it's basically proper etiquette when you're reaching out to someone, right? So, good morning, good afternoon, Ashley Jackson. Just want to first, I just want to ask and make sure that everything is okay and well with you and your family. Boom, right off the top, you want to make the individual and the family feel welcome, right? So, because you have to look at it like this. These are people we are dealing with who have day to day difficulties that they go through, whether it's work, finances. People is just overwhelmed by so many things here, in life. So if I can reach out to them, with a greeting like that to make them feel, and I don't do this just to do it. I do it because I care about the person. I always tell rookies or free agents who I reach out to, I care more about you, the person, than I do the avatar. And I also tell these people, hey, you, the real person, are the agent for your player. You have to make sure that you are putting your player in the best situation that you feel is best for that player. Whether you select Houston or not, I would not have any bad feelings whatsoever towards you. I will congratulate you on your next endeavors, but also let you know that, hey, my line is still open anytime you want to chat, or whatever it is, or if you want to, you know, come back to Houston or just keep open communications between you and I or so. What I mean? I'm always more intrigued with getting to know the person outside of the player. I see what the player do on the field. They know that I want the player, but willing to go above and beyond to target the person first. Because I like to treat people how I would want to be treated if I was a free agent or so. If you come to me and just talk about, hey man, come and join Houston. I like what your player is doing, but you ain't greeting me as the person who oversees this avatar. You just miss me. But to answer your question truly, Houston, we actually revamped our locker room. We never had an issue with our locker room, but we wanted to build a certain culture, and that culture has always been about family. But it kind of got away from that. We wanted to bring people in with character, people who would come in and be talkative. You don't have to be active every day, but come in and spark conversation. This season has been a really great season regarding Houston and productivity within the locker room or so. I want to say since going back to season 11 or season 10, we won the locker room award or something like that for most active locker room. But yeah, so it's been great so far. And then going into the off season, we're probably going to finish at about 29 or 30 players. That's because we have a high retention rate. We got about 3 or 4 guys that are leaving, but those positions has already been filled. So that's that to answer your question. And I'm really excited about next season, and we're not even done with this season yet. That's how sparked I am about the new people we have coming in.
Okay. Good deal. I do see that the comments have filled up, so I'm going to go sift through those and see if there is any comments that are directed towards you guys. Well, that gives you some time to grab that pencil and paper, hopefully, that you got, because we're going to be doing an exercise. And I also have one more important question to ask all of you guys about the cuisine that I put across the screen, and which one would you be trying? But first, let me sift through these. Don't give me that look. I saw that. Let me sift through these comments. So Mickey Valello says, Ash, we going to karaoke at the convention? Absolutely. I do not mind embarrassing myself. It's a date. We can do it. Ace Blackwell. What's going on, everyone? What is up, Ace? Good to see you. Ernest McCrae was filming that Don Tolliver I played earlier. That is awesome. So Nick, in regards to the Oregon law that I was talking about earlier, he wanted to know if he installed seatbelts on the roof, would that keep him from getting a ticket in Oregon? I don't think so, sir. I mean, it would make sense because you are technically, but y'all are nuts. Justin, I do not know if that herring was actually cooked deer. I'm not sure if that was raw fish that is topped with all those delicious ingredients, or if it was actually kind of steamed. And my sentiments as well that you can, yeah. Let me see if I have any. Oh, Nathaniel Diggs joining us, the Bears. So it looks like another person is excited for a Chicago team, Paulie. Let's see. Jay Bomber wants to know why the Tennessee shirt, somebody got on a Tennessee shirt. And then he wants to know why. Damon. Hey, Cam says happy birthday, Damon. I didn't even know he was watching the show. Thanks, Cam. I appreciate you. I said, Cam, he's 19, by the way, just so you know. Henry checking in. What's going on, Henry? Thank you so much. T the Queen, T my queen. Thank you so much for being here too, my dear, representing. Let's see. And she also tried to help me. Thank you, T, instead of letting me struggle with that like Paulie did. Thank you. And thank you, Jay. See, these people got my back, man. You were sitting right here. I know why you said that, because I chose Baltimore to win. That's what it was.
Exactly. That's exactly why. That's exactly why.
Doug Day checking in. What is up, Doug? Paulie, you sexy.
That's my dude.
Got a lot of fans out there.
Shout out, Doug.
Doug is joining us in by the way. And then, so Nick says, good ownership, skip work for the SFL fame. That's crazy. The Samurai team would be great. Stop giving him ideas, Nick. Stop it. And looks like that is it for, so it doesn't look like there was any questions kind of directed towards you guys. It was appreciated. So I want to put this back up across the screen because I don't think y'all not gonna get away with this. So I want to know which one of y'all eating. Hold on, let me pull it back up. See, this is a cop out right here. I know every last one of y'all would pick this. I know you would if I just put
That
that up
purple
there.
donut at the bottom right. Oh yeah. That purple sprinkle. Yup. See it on the right
Y'all would
there
probably
too? Yup.
see, and then I feel like that's too easy, guys. That's
I'm
way too
afraid
easy.
of the name. It may be a no-go for me.
I'm saying, it might put a spell on you, man. You never know. Hold on.
Exactly.
So are we done upon these barnacles? Are we going to be eating the fur coat herring? If anybody would like a delicious description about it, either one of these, I'll be happy to reiterate. But I want to
Are those
know,
real
Lamont, which one?
barnacles?
Huh?
Are those real
Yeah.
barnacles?
Yes. This is what
Wait.
Oregon
People
likes.
eat barnacles?
Yes, dear. This is what Oregon likes to dine upon. As a matter of fact, hold on.
No, I'm not
I've
eating
seen it in
barnacles.
soups.
No.
Let me see. Wait. I mean,
Not me.
after all, it is a sea filter. You're basically eating a sea filter. However, you eat the muscular stalk, like the inside of it, the foot part, and they say it tastes like sweet razor clams or mussels, or a cross between lobster and oysters. So does that make it better for you? Anybody?
Nope.
Oh, damn.
Negative.
Damn. I got to give it a chance, or maybe since that didn't float your boat, maybe this will. This
This is like a nice cake.
Absolutely
fur
not.
coat herring.
Is that a cake?
But listen,
Yeah.
why you saying absolutely not? Let me let you know what's on it, dear. So it's a layered salad that has diced herring fish. Now, Justin asked if it was cooked. I'm gonna be honest. I don't know, bro. It don't look like it's cooked to me, but hey, layers of grated boiled eggs, potatoes, carrots, and beetroot, chopped onions, and mayo. And some variations have fresh grated apple on top. So, gentlemen, seems like that's a one-stop shop for your nutritional value. So, we trying the fur coat, or you trying the gooseneck? What you doing?
Well, now that you never said there were apples on it before. Now that I know that there's apples on it, everything's all good to go now. I want 4 of them right now. I love it. 4 delivered here. I can't wait to try them. Can't wait. Now that there's apples, we're good to go.
Exactly. That's your fiber, a little sweetness.
No, but in all seriousness, I would between the two, I would rather eat the Tulsa flag on your bed.
Same. Same.
I mean, that's fibrous too.
Yeah.
Hey,
I don't know how flavorful. Or
hey,
maybe
all
I
right.
cook it a little bit. And just because I'm waiting for y'all, I'm waiting. I see some comments too. So since that didn't tickle your fancy, and I am not one to want to leave you hungry, so y'all can try this though. This out of Louisiana, this nutria. Well, I know you guys like meat, right? And I know y'all like barbecue. Wait, guys, wait.
No.
It's
The
barbecue
Nutri-Rag.
Would be fire.
nutria.
I can't
Well,
believe
you
the
gotta
people
eat
in
the
Louisiana
tennis
eat
balls.
this thing. This thing is horrible.
Why are there
Yeah.
tennis balls in there?
Wait.
Oh.
Like this. I don't know. I mean, we got that. Or
Roasted
I mean, when you come
roadkill.
to Arizona, y'all can try this. I mean,
Is that a
Is that-
snake
that's
cone?
charcoal
What is
ice
that?
cream.
I
Charcoal?
think I'll try the charcoal
Huh?
ice cream. Is that a face on it? What is that?
Yeah.
Is
It's
that
like
a
a
face?
face of a snake.
Oh no, boo boo. Mm-mm. I don't do serpents. Don't do serpents. No, no, thank
Yeah,
you.
no
Where
shot.
do you see some snakes? I don't see
See,
any snakes.
you know
Oh
what?
my
If they cut the face of the serpent off, I'll try the charcoal ice cream. But with the serpent looking at me like that, no sir, no.
I don't see. See, y'all own something because I don't see no serpent face on it.
It
Y'all
may
tripping.
trick me into eating a fruit
Sold.
of a forbidden tree.
Sold. I'm sold on this.
Okay, you didn't know what
No
it is.
description. Sold.
Probably why you selling. Listen,
Is it made out of fish?
it's
Oh God, I'm
it's
nervous
called
now.
it's the candy burrito out in Nevada. I mean, it is.
Candy.
Yeah, I'm down. I'm
It's
down for
cotton
that.
candy ice cream that's been tossed with
I'm
a little
down.
bit of marshmallows and
Yeah,
wrapped up with some cotton candy.
Oh,
Yeah.
that
there's like
See,
some
sounds
Fruit
everything's
Loops
not
in
good.
all
there.
bad that I have to offer
Dynamite.
you.
That
Yeah,
sounds dynamite.
yeah, I'm down for that. There's a place here in Houston. It's called oh my goodness, I can't remember the name of the place. But Destro told me about it. It's a place here in the Houston area. And oh, it's called Yo Nuts or something like that. But it's a donut place. And what they specialize is they put ice cream in the middle of a donut and they heat it up. Oh, the best thing
Oh,
since sliced bread, I'm telling you. Oh, you gotta try it. You
Mm,
gotta try it. It's
that actually
delicious.
sounds pretty dope. Ice
Yeah.
cream. Hmm. Okay.
Ice cream on
It
the
looks
middle
like
of a
Doug
hot
wants that
donut.
roasted. Doug
Roasted
wants to try that
roadkill.
roasted roadkill. You know, y'all something special over here. Y'all are something special.
what I say?
Okay.
Told you.
So guys, I know that you're getting ready for your games this evening. We're getting ready to watch them. I need to get some more of this Lucy Red energy drink, and it's absolutely delicious, by the way. Y'all should try some. Get it from Walmart.com. Um, I want to go ahead and make sure that even though like we have our different reasons for being here, we have our different teams that we represent, we have um, our different walks of life that we come from, that at the end of the day, we can actually be on the same page with what, with what happens. So I need you to get your pencils and your papers ready, and I need you to pay attention. Everybody that's listening to my voice right now, whether you're on the radio, whether you are listening via Twitter, Twitch, or YouTube, you can definitely feel free to participate in this. All you need to do is be able to add and subtract pretty well. That's it. Just basic. All right. So, gentlemen, y'all let me know. And Danny, I think he's familiar with this. But Danny, I mean, for everybody, y'all ready with this?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So I would like for you to select any number that you want. I don't care how big it is, but do not tell me what the number is. Like Skippy, the first thing she do was select 69. And I knew asking her was going to be that. I knew that was going to be her number. But whatever number that you want, please select it and let me know when you have it.
On a scale of anything?
I don't care what number, as long as you can add and you can subtract by it.
We're good.
Good?
What was the
Okay.
question? I didn't hear the question about the number.
So I would like for you to select whatever number you want, Damon. Pick whatever number in the world that you want on a piece of paper. Okay? Now, I want you to add 4 to that number.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? I would like for you to add 2 to that number.
Okay.
You got it? Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I would like for you to add 3 to that number.
Okay.
Okay. So remember the very first number that I told you to select? It didn't matter what it was.
Mm-hmm.
Put a circle around that number for me. And after I asked you to add all of the other numbers, that final answer, I would like for you to put a square around that. Y'all got it?
Mm-hmm.
So the number that you have in your square, I want you to take that number and subtract the circle from it, the number that you had in your circle. And the answer from that, I want you to put inside of a heart. So square minus circle equals heart. And let me know when y'all ready.
Oh, I got lost. I wasn't writing it down.
Okay. So
I don't have any paper up here. Okay.
come on.
I have paper. I found some.
Okay. For you.
All right.
All right, you
I
ready?
got.
So
Yeah.
you got to pick any number you wanted, right?
Uh-huh.
I told you. You got it? Any number
Yep.
you want.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Now add 4 to that number.
Okay.
Add 2 to that number.
Mm-hmm.
Now add 3.
Okay.
So that last number that you just wrote, put a square on it, around it.
Okay. Cool beans.
The first number, I want you to, the very, very first number that you pick, put a circle around it.
Mm-hmm. Got that?
So square, the number that's in the square minus circle equals heart. So whatever that number is, put it inside of the heart. Square minus circle equals heart. Got it? All right. So the number that everyone should have, and I see that Jaden and Marco had to leave, and I love you guys. Thank you. And what's up? What's up, Double O? Thank you so much for joining us. Really appreciate you for checking in. So the number that's in your heart right now should be my quarterback number 9.
What kind of witchcraft you're doing? I'm logging off.
Eating those voodoo donuts. That's exactly what happened.
That's crazy.
All this voodoo.
Yeah, you got something weird going on, man.
Again,
What's up with that?
Again, my purpose. Oh, let me see. 00 said doing that football juju. Hey, I wish I could do that during my wrestling matches, man. I'm telling you, I didn't like taking the L. 00. I'm telling you. He's actually my wrestling coach. But yeah, so the number that everybody should have, Jaden, you should have a number 9 in your heart. Do you?
Yeah, that's wild.
Hey, so
Yeah,
if you take my my square minus heart, you get 3385. Dub tonight. Calling it here. You heard it first. 3385. Both scoring a touchdown tonight. Come on.
Cool. I'm gonna be
Did
watching.
he just predict the score of his game tonight?
No.
Yes, he
Those
did.
two are scoring touchdowns though. 33 and 85. By
Oh, he's
11.
saying 33 and 85 is going. So he's predicting a defensive touchdown by Doug Day and an offensive touchdown by Paulie True.
By 11.
By 11. Wow.
Mm-hmm.
Yikes, I'm afraid.
Hold on, let me just double check and see who y'all.
There's all this voodoo going around, so why not try my own voodoo?
I hope Super Tech can back that up
tonight
with that offensive game
at 9 o'clock, and y'all winning by 11.
By 11, 2 possessions.
I'm writing that down, Paulie.
Heard it here
11,
first, Ash.
and then Paulie, you're getting a touchdown, and Doug is getting a touchdown. Ooh, that's okay.
Crispy parlay, same game.
Parlay. Now you do understand.
6,200 is the payout.
Oh, okay. So you do understand that I would love for you to make some time for me next Saturday, and we're going to discuss this, right?
Sounds good.
Cool.
Sounds great.
Cool. All right. But gentlemen, as I let you go, I'm gonna let y'all have the last word. Thank you so much for joining me this evening. Was able about 20, I think it's like 25 people tuning in that I saw. So thank you all for tuning in as well. But I wanted to go ahead and give you guys the last word. So Simple shout outs, or hey, if you want to sing a song, or if you want to recite a poem, or maybe give quotes, I would love to hear it. But right now, I'm going to start off with Jaden. Last words.
I want to give a shout out to everybody we got in the locker room in Tulsa that's going to be making the transition with us over to Lexington. Believing in us to get this thing done, and hopefully we can run it back next season and make it back to the playoffs. So I appreciate everyone. I appreciate you, Ashley, for having me on.
Anytime, man. I got you. Don't be a stranger. And let me put this out there too for everybody that's listening and for my guests currently. You do not have to wait for an invite from me to be on the show to say, Ashley, I want to come visit. I got you. I just feel like I had to put that out there. Okay. But Jaden, thank you, dear. I appreciate you.
For sure.
All right, Danny. What about you? Anytime, man.
Yeah, just wanted to well, first of all, happy birthday, Demond. And then I also wanted to say how much I thought just honestly speaking, the Seattle to Chicago merger made sense, and just how much the Tulsa to Lexington merger made sense. Like the more you think about it, the more it makes sense to keep that core group of players together. And so I very much like both of those moves a whole lot. And so also just wanted to I guess really just shout out everybody who's committed to playing for us for season 23. From the bottom of my heart, thank you for giving us a shot. It'll be a fun season, and thank you. Even if you didn't choose Nashville, hearing me out, hearing the vision of what we have going on, and very much looking forward to season 23 and seeing how our tempo does on the field.
Awesome, man. Thank you. Polly.
Oh, yeah. Shout out to, again, Damon. Happy birthday. Congrats to Tulsa. Congrats to Nashville. Congrats to Pittsburgh, Yinzer Nation, Yinzer Mafia. Excited to see all the new teams in the league and see how everything pans out moving forward. Shout out to anybody who's ever been on the Seattle Nemesis and played for us. Appreciate you more than you know. Anyone leaving us, appreciate you. Anyone joining us next year, appreciate you. It's time to get back to lab. And what's this? Hold on. Oh, that my bad. Just got a call from Doug. This just in. Type attack like a physicist in the lab again. Nemesis by 11. Come on.
Why did that sound like an intro to one of your songs, Polly?
I'm telling you. I planned it. As soon as you said it, I thought of that. And
good one. I like it. Thank you. Thank you, Polly. And birthday man, Damon.
Thank you guys for the birthday blessings. I really do appreciate it. Being able to, celebrate birthdays is something extremely important to me. Because not everybody wakes up every day, so it's always a blessing when you can wake up able to use all 5 of your senses, able to use all of your limbs on your own. Most people are not blessed, to do those things. So I take each and every day very serious, because you never know when it's your last day or when you may not be able to do the things that we normally do. So with that being said, Houston, let's go. We've been hyped for the past 2 to 3 days. Ball game is about to start in the next 49 minutes. So let's get the locker room rolling. Let's meet up in the team chat. And Atlanta, bring it on.
All right. Okay.
We ready.
This is gonna be
we ready.
Uh-oh.
We ready for y'all. Come on. We ready.
We ready. We ready.
Oh, y'all. Come on, Paulie.
Come on, let's go. Fire up.
Let's go. They ain't ready.
Hey, this is amazing. I love the energy. I love the way you're hyping yourselves up, your teams up, this game's up, and I wish everybody the best of luck, all around. Of course, I'm sitting back there fishing, casting my line, but I'm also enjoying all of the good stuff that is able to. As a note to you, just in case if you guys actually make that championship run, um, whoever is the victor of the championship game will be able to take over my show. It will be all about that team, about their accomplishments, their trials and tribulations, and I always like to open up my platform to that because not everybody has that opportunity. So if you win, you have a spot here, and we can celebrate together. You tell me what songs you want. You tell me if you have any clips you want me to run, I'll be happy to run them for you during your podcast, but this is going to be totally dedicated to you. And, it's some people ask me, so how do you do this? And your team hasn't made it to, well, we've been in the championship, but we haven't won yet. And I said, because at the end of the day, I love my team, but I also love the league. So it's an honor for me to be able to celebrate with others, because where I'm a little sad that I didn't make it, somebody else is truly happy for that experience. And who am I to step on that and make them feel bad for the accomplishments that they've made? So come celebrate with me. I'll be more than happy to do that with you guys. Y'all have a fantastic night. Good luck to you.
Cam, hurry up and push the play button. Let's get this good thing rolling, man.
Okay, then. Love it, man. I'll see y'all soon. All right, and to you, thank you so much for joining me this evening. I really appreciate it, y'all. Cannot wait to bring you another great podcast next week, y'all. But until then, y'all stay safe, treat each other well. For Danny, for Jaden, for Marco, for Paulie, and for Damon Stryker, we are out. Please feel free to put your comments in the chat. I'm going to be running things across the screen as the final song plays. And I'm actually going to dedicate this to not only the coaches and the owners, the league staff members, anybody that's actually that is going through something stressful right now. I want you to listen to this song and listen to the lyrics, because this helps me. And I'm really hoping that in the grand scheme of things, it helps you. Y'all have a good night. Let's watch these games. Simulation FL YouTube page.
Yo, hold up. I woke up, got out my bed, it was a sunny day. Brush my teeth, clean my skin, cause I love my face. Ain't got time for all that stressing. I'm receiving all my blessings. About to love and hug myself, cause I got time today. Whatever happened yesterday, guess what? Ain't worried about it. On my masterpiece today, you know I'm about it. Ain't stressing about no bills, I ain't got no time to chill. Put some problems in my face, I'm just gonna bounce about it. Like why you mad at me? Because I chose to love myself, yes I am proud of me. Not where I'm trying to go just yet, but I'm about to be. Now put your hands up in the sky and be thankful you still here, and stop asking them why. Lord, I got it, you know I got it. Look buddy, I got it. And ain't nobody on this earth gonna ever come and stop it. Cause I'm from the country, South, got something to say. Spun a big boy with 3K, and they let me bounce out my shoulder popping. Bounce your shoulder, feel the vibe. I ain't stressing today. Yo, I ain't stressing today. Bounce. You negative, well I ain't got time. I ain't stressing today. Yo, I ain't stressing today. Bounce. Peace and love is on my mind. I ain't stressing today. Yeah, I ain't stressing today. Bounce. I'ma tell you one more time. I ain't stressing today. Yeah, I ain't stressing today. Bounce. Watch my whip today. I buffed it up good with the Shannon. Feeling good, think I might just pull up on my granny. We watch that Wheel of Fortune while we eat that church chicken. She tell me that she been thinking one day I'm gonna win a Grammy. I say now shout out to my barber, that boy on a mission. Got my line so crispy when I talk they pay attention. And my lady is so bad, swear she was born in her bag. Had to give her extra cash to go tip her beautician. Like how you look that good, I'm about to show you off, let's cruise up through my neighborhood. You said my partner tried to holler, boy I wish he would. You know what, I ain't even much tripping. I'm confident in me, so can't nobody catch me slipping. And don't call me on FaceTime, I be barely texting. Try to love up on myself, I'ma send me a message. Nah, please don't hit my line if all you got to do is lie. It don't matter, I ain't gon' check, I'ma be busy flexing. Bounce your shoulder, feel the vibe. I ain't stressing today, yo. I ain't stressing today. Bounce. You negative, well I ain't got time. I ain't stressing today, yo. I ain't stressing today. Bounce. Peace and love is on my mind. I ain't stressing today, yeah. I ain't stressing today. Bounce. I'ma tell you one more time. I ain't stressing today, yeah. I ain't stressing today. Bounce. Hey, hold up. Why you mad at everybody out there? Did you plug yourself today? Yo, I ain't stressing today. I ain't stressing today. Yo. You got somebody who getting on your nerves, trying to ruin your day. Here's what you tell them. Yo, I ain't stressing today. I ain't stressing today. Yo, this silence.